going on? Your boy back at it again. Drams on deck. And today, we have another heavy hitter in tequila world, my fellow friends. And we have this one is the Avion 44 Reservera. This one right here is an extra añejo. I love añejos. Well, I love tequila in general. Blanco, Reposado, I don't give a damn. I like them all. But añejo, something about the añejos is very balanced, and the Reposados as well. This is actually the very first Avion I ever had, which is probably their premier product. And it comes inside this case here, the Avion 44. Very nice presentation, very tall crystal-like bottle. And this one here, it has the actual the batch number, the cask number, it has the bottle number, and also signed by the actual founder. So it has a very nice touch to it. I like it. Just, man, when I pour some good drink, when I just pour it in glass, it just looks and sounds so damn good, so pleasing to me. It really does. The Avion 44. I didn't have their the normal entry level silver Reposado and añejo. I jumped right to the big boy. I read reviews. This was actually awesome, from what I've heard, and so I jumped right into the deep end. I really enjoyed this one. This one here in particular is age 44. So again, anything that's aged over 3 years in tequila world is called ultra aged. So this will qualify for that. This is actually age 44 months. This one right here, they said is actually slow roasted in small batches. It also says is roasted in brick ovens as well. It has an ultra slow filtration, and it has oak barrels. So that kind of concentrates with the small batches, and the ovens kind of have a more concentrated taste. This is very smooth, and Class L Zoo is probably my favorite one that really got me in love with tequila. But I will say, when I go to club, I go to club on weekends typically. I usually see 1942 at Down Julio, and I've had that, and I love the 1942. And this was pretty much Avion's version of 1942. I've had both of them. I actually have 1942 here in my house, and this one is comparable to that. You may be better, maybe worse. I think you know, form your own opinion. But this one right here is on par with it, maybe a little bit better. I love this Avion 44. It is the process of it is, like I said, the small batch. When something comes in small batches, it tend to be more concentrated because it's not as filled. So the smaller batches typically the more concentrated it is, and it's slow filtration, so it makes more of a full taste. On the nose for this one, for me, the nose is nice. I mean, I will say the nose, it doesn't wow me per se, but it smells like a little bit of agave, has some sweetness to it. I smell a little bit of alcohol on this one. Certain drinks, when you smell them, you don't really get an alcohol taste, smell rather to it. This one have a very slight alcohol smell, but nevertheless, it's still pleasant though. It's pleasant. It's a light though. It's not like ooh. Not like that. It's very pleasant though, but very, very like woody. You could definitely smell the wood on here. The wood, oak. You can, because it's extra age on here. A little bit of agave and spice. It's like 44 months. It's aged, and like I said, this one right here is probably aged a little bit more than 1942. So you definitely get on the nose at least a lot of oak flavor to it. This is 750 milliliters. This particular bottle, I bought it for, I want to say $150. Yeah, $150. I got it at the local store here. And then that same store I got it from now, the price jumped up to $170. And I bought this bottle probably a few months ago, so it went up pretty quick. And even if you go to the club, it's going to be $200-300 easy. So around $150. And if you go to certain, I'm starting to see this now at a couple high-end restaurants. You can see this as well. I think I went to, I don't know, either Ruth Chris or Capitol Grill. I went to one of them, and I think just a shot of this was going for around $30, $35 a shot, somewhere around there. Still very pricey, but is still a good drink nonetheless. The Avion 44 on the Palate. This is so well balanced, I will say. You get some sweetness, get a little bit of pepper, oak, and you get it all married together. And it coats the palate very, very well, I must say. This, in my opinion, is a little bit better than 1942. Price point, this is a little bit more than 1942. 1942 usually ranges around $130. This is like $150 and up. So, but keep in mind, this is extra age, so this is aged more than the 1942 as well. But nevertheless, very, like I say, it's sweetness, oakness, pepper, cinnamon. And it is so well balanced. That's the thing I like about it. Certain tequilas, you just when you first try it, they hit you with agave, or it hits sometimes if you get a lower level, you might get a burn or something like this. You know, there's no burn on this to me. When it first comes in, it's just sweetness, a little bit of pepper. On the back end, you get the oak, the wood, and the cinnamon on the back end. And I just downed this about 45 seconds ago, and I'm still getting it lingering on my palate right now. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you, look at the box. It's actually a really nice box down here. That's the inside. It has a little pull tab here to keep the bottle in place. But it's very nice. Closes like a magnetic, it just snaps right in place. Has Avion 44 on the top part. Very nice. Actually, I showed it to one of my relatives, and they went out and purchased it, and they enjoyed it as well. So they have a bottle of this as well at their house. Like I said, it is a very, very balanced. It's at 40% as well. So it's very, very palatable. I'm not gonna burn your palate, anything like that. Like I said, it has some sweetness to it, but it's not like overly sweet. You still get it's a good balance of oak, spice, agave, and the wood very well. And it's viscous, so it's very oily too. So. This is a pleasure to drink. I'm telling you right now, this is a true pleasure to drink. It is so well balanced and smooth. There's no burn. It is very, very well balanced. I enjoy this. I definitely will be getting another bottle of this. This one right here, from my first bottle, I was really, really shocked at how good it was. I read the reviews and I decided to get it, and I'm glad I did. It is very well balanced, and I think sometimes when I'm in a shop, I think some of the people at the store who are connoisseurs that work there, they help to. If you meet a good one, I hate the ones when you shop and you ask them, "Have you had this before?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't drink." I hate that when I'm asking someone who works at a liquor store, and you tell me about this. I know you might not have every single one, but you tell me you don't drink. I think I'm sorry. Why are you working here? Like, how are you helping? Like, really, I hate that. But the ones, luckily, that at these stores, they are connoisseurs as well. And he described to me very well. He said, "I love 1942. He said, but trust me, in my opinion, this is a bit better." He said, "Form your own opinion." And I use that I keep saying 1940 because I use it as a profile. It is similar in taste, but to me, this is a little bit slightly more balanced. They are both awesome tequilas. I'll buy them about 1942, but this one is, in my personal opinion, they're very close in taste, but this one is a better, it's more balanced and more cut above. It's also aged more too. Around, like I said, around 150 to 170 a bottle. I'm going in my last one. This is awesome, guys. Awesome. I keep it real. This is an awesome tequila. Trust me. If you get opportunity, try this out. If you like 1942 or anything in that flavor black bracket, even a Class Azul, you would enjoy this. Trust me, you will. The price point, some people will or won't agree with that. I think it's worth it compared to market value wise, what's going out. It's very enjoyable. Yes, you can get cheaper tequilas that's just as enjoyable, true indeed. But Austria Age, I think it's definitely something that if you at least one, it concerns one bottle. If you're a connoisseur. I've had the rating out of a 10. This is a solid 9. Solid 9. Easy all day. I love it. Smooth, no burn. It's very balanced. It's not just one thing. You get the sweetness, the oak, the agave, a little bit of cinnamon mixed all in. It goes. You get like in the front end, you get the pepper, you get get a little bit of the sweetness, a lot of sweetness, and then on the back end, I get the oak. Very good. So I shot a 9 out of 10. Your boy Drams on deck. I'm coming back with some more heat for you. I got plenty more heavy hitters coming around the way. This is Tequila week for me, hitting you with a lot of different ones because these are things that you don't see actually reviewed a lot. So I'm the type of person when I try different things, there's 100 different tequilas. Sometimes you don't know which one to get, especially if you're talking about entry level one. It's good for mixing. Like you can mix the Avion, like the Blanco, not the lower end one. Those you can mix, but this you don't mix that. Trust me, you do not put this in margaritas. That is a no-go. Do not do that. But when it comes to spending over $100 on premium spirits, whether it be whiskey, tequila, or etc., you know, you want to see a review of someone who has similar taste profiles. So like I said, if you looking for something new and you like different things, like the different, except with 1942, and you want to try something different, then you might say, well, I don't know how it tastes like. This is what these videos is for, to help you with that, because that's how I first started showing different videos. Like, okay, if I like this, well, I like this, and that's kind of how I use it. So trust me, if you're looking for some ideas, if you never ever had it, you want to look something new, trust me. If you like 1942, you will love this. Trust me. The price point, it is what it is. Just a matter if you can get it on sale. You may get it for cheaper or more or less, but the ballpark is 150, 170 for what I've seen out here. Hope this helps you. If there's any more tequila out there that you would shout out to me, let me know. If it's available, I can get it and review it, and we can share it, give different tidbits on it. I plan on taking some trips later this year, and I'm going to be buying some more spirits. And when I do, I'll be bringing more heat to you. So hopefully you enjoy it. It's helpful. Your boy Drams on deck, signing out. Holla.